Hello and welcome back to the Grandmasters League, Game 2 of Set 1 of Round 5. Wow, that is a bit of a mouthful. And it is the Viper versus dogao. Starting off in yellow to the right of the map, we do have the Viper playing as Mayans, and over to the left in red, we do have RVK dogao playing as Mayans as well. It's going to be a Mayans war on Gold Rush. A totally new map to the pool, and we could see some interesting strategies here. We have seen the wolf train before. Maybe we'll see something along those lines today. Keep your eyes peeled on the center of the map. But what an amazing start to round 5 of the GML. That first game between dogao and the Viper, absolutely incredible play from dogao, and I tell you what, I was amazed by that game. It blew me away, and I was so excited after watching that. I was thinking, oh my god, what has game 2 got in store for us? And if the last game was anything to go by, then this could be a very exciting game as well. We do know, however, that the Gold Rush now is the Viper's home map choice, and he has chosen to play as Mayans as well, which does mean that Viper's probably going to be feeling pretty confident here, as Mayans, as we know, possibly his strongest civ so far. He is a very competent Mayan player, and perhaps we will see something quite interesting out of him. dogao, though, gotta be feeling good, taking a win from the Viper. I mean, it's not very often that you see that, and he actually managed to do so well in that last game. He made it look almost easy. And so if he can keep that up, he could end up ending this series 2-0, which would just put him into second position right now, and that would be absolutely incredible. But we'll have to wait and see how it goes. Of course, there is the opportunity on Gold Rush to go for the wolf train. I believe you may have seen a video from me in the past. There's a lot of wolves on this map, and all these wolves here, they can be lured, and it's not impossible for a player to end up taking a group of wolves and dropping them off in their opponent's base. We've seen it before between Chris and a Doubt, I believe, or someone else on Gold Rush, and Chris decided that, you know what, I'm going to take a militia, I'm going to hit these wolves, get them to follow me, and when all the wolves are following me, I'm going to go and walk straight over to my opponent's base and drop them there, and the wolves then let loose and savage their opponent's base. So that is a strategy that is possible. Whether or not we'll see it is something else, and I'm kind of hoping we do, because it's always exciting to see a wolf train. But for the time being, we'll see where it goes. We might see a drush. They've both got 4 villagers onto wood for the time being, and they're both going to be luring their boars right now. It doesn't look like we're going to see a boar steal just yet. dogao hasn't got his eagle anywhere near the Viper's boar, and Viper, ooh, is he going to go steal the boar back? Well, where is the second boar from Dog? It's, where is it? Where is the second boar? I'm not sure, and don't tell me he's already stole it. No. Where is Dog's second boar then? I am actually unable to see dogao's second boar at the moment, so excuse me while I search for it. It does seem to be missing though, which is rather strange. I'm not sure why, but oh, nice little wall in there from dogao. That was incredible. Walling in the Viper's Eagle Warrior, and he might even just kill it, but oh, he didn't put enough HP on that house, and Viper's Eagle should have been dead there. But dogao, what an amazing little wall in. I'm sorry I kind of missed all of that, but what an amazing play by dogao there. He is absolutely on form today, blocking the Viper's Eagle in there and then taking him out, and 4 HP remain on that Eagle Warrior, so there's no chance of Viper getting a boar steal, that's for sure. But that's really something. I was not expecting that, and that is quite impressive. I'm wondering where the hell that second boar has gone, and I might just restart the recorded game at the start to have a quick look, because that is starting to bug me now. I can't see 3 boars for Viper down here, so it just looks like Viper, well, he hasn't, oh no, he might have stole. He must have stole, because the wild boar at the back here is still in Viper's reach, and his eagle is very low on HP, so Viper must have stole dogao's boar, and I apologise I missed that. We'll check that back again at the start. But really nicely done by dogao, trying to wall that eagle in, but unfortunately he did lose his boar there, and that does mean that Viper has restole, and after the first game having his boar stolen, he's decided to get some revenge and steal the dogao's boar, and he's done just that. The third boar coming in for the Viper now, going to give him a little advantage, and we are going to see a drush as well. Is he going to take any gold to increase his drush potential? Yes, he is. You can see gold coming out there, so he can make an extra militia at the very start. And now dogao starting to wall off a little bit, already starting his walls over this side just to make sure that he is not so susceptible to a drush, though it doesn't look like he's going to be able to wall it in time. There's a very large area to have to wall here, and I don't think he's going to be able to wall it off before the Viper's militia come in. He doesn't have any militia of his own, and if he decides not to drush here, then he could actually gain a little advantage, or not an advantage, but he could gain a little bit of economy, and starting to take some stone as well, getting ready for those castles. This is of course a Mayan war, and those castles ever so important. But dogao starting to wall himself up right now, and he's very close to the gold on the front here, actually not very far from his main base at all, a little bit further away from the Viper, but it looks like dogao is not going to drush just yet, and that is kind of interesting because the Viper's moving across the map now with militia, and I think he's going to regret not walling because this side is open, and or not drushing even, because this side is open, and dogao going for the fast castle without drush does mean that he's going to save a bit of food and gold and perhaps get up to the castle age a bit faster, but he's open on this side. Viper could get in. Oh, wait, no, he's not open on this side. That's my bad. I'm totally blind, obviously. He's actually walled himself in. He actually had a fairly easy wall there, just this front area. So it looks like dogao might just sneak ahead here without drushing, saving himself that extra resource. Starting to take stone already now to get ready even for his castle, and that is some nice play by him. He's such a smart player, and he's really thinking ahead here. He knows that Viper stole his boar, he knows that Viper is going to go with a drush, so he's not going to bother drushing in return. He's just going to focus on the fast castle and keep himself safe for the time being. Of course though, Viper going to gain some map control here. He's a bit later up to the feudal age, and it looks like dogao is going to beat him up to the castle age as well. He's only 2 villages behind, but he's going to reach feudal in just a sec. He should just about be able to get up to castle age in a reasonable time. He needs a little bit more food, but he's taking deer back here, which is going to help him out significantly. And of course he's going to be a little bit delayed because of this stone, but he should, in theory, be able to get the castle up before Viper, and that is going to help him out massively when it comes to getting those plumed archers ready and all that jazz. Looks like he's going to go market right there. Blacksmith probably in this gap here, which is going to slow the Viper down. Viper's not going to be able to break through, and this drush really not going to be useful to him at all. So dogao just reading this game so well, and he could have even gone with an extra villager before he went feudal actually. He probably would have got away with that because his wall is complete, and once he puts the what? I thought he'd put the blacksmith up here to block this, but he's not. But either way, he's going to be able to stop this house from going down anyway, and it looks like dogao going to do a reasonable castle time, but Viper could just beat him up actually. He went up with more villagers, and that's going to help him out significantly. He wasn't taking stone either, which does mean that he is going to reach castle age first. I think it's going to be very close, and a second house going up behind there, repairing this house so the Viper can't get in. It looks like he's going to be just fine, and castle age from Viper right now. Dogao castle age as, oh, it's still feudal, yeah. So Viper going to beat him up to the castle age, and now imagine if dogao did go for that drush. Dogao would be severely behind, but dogao on the other hand is going to have the gold, the stone even in his bank already. He is going to be able to get that castle out as soon as he reaches the castle age, and that is going to be important because it's going to start to help protect this center area. He can secure the gold, and he should be able to start to put pressure on once he reaches the castle age a lot sooner than the Viper will. But Viper going to make an archery range or two here just to start getting some archers and crossbowmen out once he reaches castle. He might decide to prevent or try and prevent the castle from going up from dogao if he assumes that that is what is on the way. We'll have to have keep an eye on this, but dogao likely to put the castle up, and his economy might suffer because of that, but he looks like he's going to go for very high pressure once he reaches the castle age. The castle, he can afford it right now. He might carry on gathering stones so he can throw down another couple of town centres once he reaches the castle age, but it looks like this could be interesting for him. Viper still trying to get through these walls, and dogao double walling there right now, and that he looks like he's going to be safe for the time being. His wood under a little pressure from these archers, but it's no real big deal. He's completely walled in, and he should be just fine going up to the castle age right now. Viper already castle, and he's reaching crossbowmen, so he's trying to gain some map control and prevent dogao from even getting out of his base, which kind of works out quite well, but still a little bit risky. And there's the castle from Dog right there, and he might be able to defend this quite well if this castle goes up. Of course, he's going to have plenty of wood and gold. He's still got 4 villagers gathering stone, so he's going to work on his town centres. There's the first one going down right now, and he's looking to get the 3 TCs. He's got 100 stone in the bank. He might move these villagers away, but he's got the castle up, and the plumed archers are coming out, and dogao looks like he's going to do a pretty decent defence here. It could work out very well for him, this strategy, and although he's not getting really super aggressive and sort of staying defensive, if he can just get enough plumed archers out and take out the Viper's army real quick, then he will be able to gain control of the center area of the map. Of course, continuing to take stone down here, he should be able to afford another castle before long, and he certainly can afford another town center right now. Viper, on the other hand, going with the second town center straight away, and he's put that on his stone, so it looks like he's going to start taking stone for the castle, but his castle is going to be delayed quite heavily here, as he's only on 100 stone right now. He might decide to go for another town centre before the castle goes up, and now dogao's going to be able to get out the plumed archers. He's already got Bodkin Arrow researched. Of course, Viper here only just on fletching, which does mean that dogao outranges him, and now the plumed archers starting to come out, and plumed archers, they create pretty quickly, they're really cheap to make, and that is going to help dogao out massively here, as they're also pretty strong compared to crossbowmen, of course, with extra HP and extra range right now. It's, well, same range actually, my bad, but extra attack. They are going to be quite a useful unit for Dog, and if he continues with the micro that we've seen from him in previous games, then this is going to work out really well, completely cleaning up the Viper's army here. And dogao has done a nice defense. He's now going to be working on his economy. Second town center is up, the third probably likely to be shortly on the way, and even another castle is likely to be coming up fairly soon. Viper, on the other hand, is second TC is up. His third one is possibly on the way. He can almost afford it, but is he going to go for that castle? That's the question. He's moving villagers out now. Looks like he's going to place a town centre over on this wood over here, and it looks to me like Viper is going to be very slow with his castle indeed, and now Dog has a little window to get some harassment in. He's going to be outnumbered here though, and he's going to be at the bottom of the hill, so he's going to want to be very careful with these plumed archers. Although they're so cheap and he can easily make them without using a lot of resources, he still can't afford to be losing them willy-nilly. He just needs to keep them alive for as much as possible. See what he can actually do. He's trying to just hit some of these crossbowmen, but he's not got enough numbers right now. But he could break through and do some pick up some harassment, pick off some villagers. But I think Viper here, with these 3 TCs and with quite a nice wall off, should be able to repel Dog for the time being. Dog, with the plumed archers though, as I said, can keep them coming out at quite a nice rate. If he can quickly get more units than the Viper, he should be okay. In come the wolves. They're all starting to follow him. It's a little bit of a wolf train. There's 4 over there, and he just went in the wrong direction altogether, taking unnecessary damage from these wolves and having to micro away from them just to keep himself safe. There we go. The wolves are all flattened, and that's what I mean when you can lure all the wolves back to your enemy base. You could have picked them all up in the Dark Age and dumped them off into the Viper's base, but very nice here, putting the plumed archers back to pick off crossbowmen as they come out, which is really, really good from Dog, and he should be able to get a couple of free kills right here, but of course Viper going to come back now and head him off. What is Dog doing back at home? Is his third TC up yet? No, it's not. He's still on the 2 TCs, but dogao can almost afford a second castle. If he places this aggressively, he could deny gold in the center of the map for the Viper. The problem is his army count is struggling a little bit here. He will need a few more plumed archers if he wants to get the castle forwards. He might place it defensively again. We'll have to wait and see, but he is continuing to produce these plumed archers. He's nearly got enough for another castle, and he's still poking away at the Viper over here, but he will need more plumed archers if he wants to secure this castle going up. But where could he put it? He could put it on the front here just to secure gold. He could put it forwards, very far forwards on the Viper, and prevent Viper from gathering this stone. And really it could be either way, but Viper likely to have a castle up fairly shortly. A lot of villagers gathering stone over here, but it is going to be a little bit more delayed than dogao. Dogao could have 2 up by the time the Viper gets 1. And that will be a huge blow to the Viper if dogao places his castle aggressively and manages to defend that. Let's have a look if he does it. He's almost got the 650 stone he needs. He's sticking to 2 town centres for now, which is kind of unusual. You don't expect just to see 2 town centres. Usually you'll expect to see 3, and that is going to slow dogao's imperial time. But he is getting another castle out on this gold here, and that's going to be a great defensive position for him. Not only that, but now he can produce plumed archers from 2 castles. He could very easily start to outnumber the Viper, and of course plumed archers are cheaper than crossbowmen as well, which does just make it that a little bit better for him, and he could be in with a shout of doing some big damage here. Viper though likely to be getting his castle fairly shortly. He probably will place it forwards, maybe to protect this stone here, as stone for mines is very important. Protecting your stone mines so you can continue to get those castles is very important indeed. But dogao just falling back now. He's got a lot of plumed archers out on the field. He's got well, Viper's got 23 ranged units. Dogao has 23 as well, so they actually are neck and neck, but plumed archers of course that a little bit stronger once they get in range, and now he's going to have 2 castles up. He's going to be able to produce at twice the speed. Whether or not he continues producing plumed archers at a fast rate though is to be seen, because you might be considering getting Imperial pretty soon. He's going to need a bit more food and a bit more gold, but he has got the 2 castles up, and the plumed archer is going to be coming out quite nicely now. Viper stopping now his production of crossbowmen, and we could see the castle coming out from him very shortly. He's just about to get 650. He's got it now. He's moving his villagers out. Where is the castle going to go? We'll have to see, but in comes Dog, and a nice engagement. He's got the hill advantage. Dogao's going to engage but then fall back because he doesn't want to be fighting uphill. He might be able to draw the Viper down. If he can just sneak up to here, then he might be able to engage the crossbowman well. The thing is now though, he's drawing away, and he really needs to be pushing this because Viper's castle is going up and it is in range of this stone, so he is going to be protecting that stone there. And now Dog trying to break through the walls, the palisade walls of course from the Viper, trying to get in there and do some damage to villagers. But I think Viper's economy here is looking really good. Look how many farms he's got in comparison to dogao, and it's looking pretty close, but I think Viper probably does have more, and he's got a much bigger economy for sure right now, as he has got the 3 town centres, so he could be up to the Imperial Age very shortly. But dogao looks like he's going to beat him to it. He's at the 1000 food mark, he's got 800 gold, and he's clicked up to Imperial in 28 minutes. Viper on the other hand, going to have a bigger economy, but he's going to be much later to the Imperial Age, and I think he realises dogao's gone imp because his score just dropped massively there. And now dogao, I think, with the larger army as well, 27 crossbowmen for the Viper, dogao on 29 plumed archers. He could win this battle if he engages on the low ground or if he engages on the hill, and that could really help him out. Of course, ranged units, the plumed archers coming in left, right and centre very, very quickly indeed, and he's starting to take take map control a bit here also. He could engage with the Viper here. He could do a lot of damage, especially now he's on this hill. Viper's going to come in. Is he going to do it? He's going to pick up a lot of crossbowmen for free right here, bringing in more units from the side, and Viper's having to retreat. Has dogao got his university up? No, he has not. He doesn't have an archery range either, so he won't have thumb ring just yet, but he does have archer armor on the way. So does the Viper. Viper likely to be up to Imperial very shortly, but he is delayed, and he is going to have a very good economy, that's for sure. But the Viper is going to be slightly further behind until he reaches the Imperial Age and his economy advantage really starts to kick in. dogao though, university going up. Viper has a university already. He might already have ballistics actually, but although saying that, it would slow him down, so perhaps he won't have ballistics just yet. And he also has an archery range, of course, so he might be getting thumb ring, or he might already have thumb ring, which is why he's slower up to the Imperial Age. But dogao definitely outnumbering here, but Viper with the bigger economy, so we'll see how this one plays out. Viper could very quickly catch up once he reaches Imperial. He's obviously got his castle up now, he can afford a second castle, and the plumed archers are starting to come out as well. It's looking pretty risky for dogao, but dogao gonna reach Imperial. If he can push out and take out this castle before Viper reaches Imperial, then he's gonna be in an amazing position altogether. I just think he may have made a very big blunder by not placing that third TC. His economy is severely lacking right now, and although plumed archers are pretty cheap to build, he is gonna be a little bit further behind in economy. But now he's up to the Imperial Age. Are we gonna see a trebuchet coming out pretty soon? Well, the answer is no. He cannot afford it. He doesn't have enough gold. He doesn't have enough gold income, and he cannot afford to make a trebuchet straight away, which does mean that the Viper, with his two castles on these hills here, should be able to defend, because by the time dogao gets a trebuchet out and has deployed it, the Viper is going to be into the Imperial Age, and he's going to have a much stronger economy as well. He's starting to take control of the map now, starting to push out towards the front, building castles a little bit more forwards of each other, and catching dogao out there. Dogao on the low ground, not good at all, but he does have that extra defensive upgrade on the plumed archers, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Viper outnumbers him. Second castle going up, starting to take stone again over here, and we're seeing the trade siege workshops coming in. The trademark move from the Viper, adding in those rams nice and early to ensure that he absorbs that plumed archer fire. Looks like dogao is gonna be struggling for gold here. If we have a look at his gold count, it's quite low. He still, I don't think, can afford a trebuchet. There's one coming out, and it's gonna be a little bit late because Viper is already going to be Imperial by the time that trebuchet deploys. It's looking on edge. I think he's going to really regret not going for that third town centre now, because Viper's economy absolutely huge back here. So many farms, so much wood coming in, plenty of gold coming in as well. And now he's starting to take control of this centre area of the map. 135 population to dogao's 115. He's slightly further ahead in population. His military, I think, about neck and neck. 35 ranged for dogao. Viper on 35 as well. It is so close. These guys are exactly neck and neck for military right now. As you can see, there's no deviance at all. But Viper with the bigger economy going to start to take advantage of that once he gets his Imperial Age economy upgrades. And now dogao a bad engagement again, taking the low ground, and he cannot afford to do that. Viper now into the Imperial Age. We might see a trebuchet coming straight out, but no, he's going straight for the elite plumed archer upgrade, and that is quite a big upgrade to make. He's got plenty of crossbowmen as well. We could see Arbalest coming out a little bit later on, because it's worth upgrading those crossbowmen when he has so many. Another castle going out on the front, the rams coming in, taking out that trebuchet, and if dogao loses the trebuchet, that is a huge loss. 200 gold and 200 wood thrown away right there, and Viper going to come straight in again with more battering rams. Capped ram possibly going to be upgraded very shortly, and this is quite impressive from the Viper, managing to stage quite a good defense here. Might just take out the trebuchets in time, but either way, I don't think his castle will fall. Another battering ram coming in, and Viper about to get those plumed archers out on the field. Elite plumed archer upgrade completed against dogao is just plumed archer right now. He has got an extra attack upgrade. He's got chemistry. Viper, of course, has not got the defensive upgrades that dogao has, but the rams coming in, taking out the trebuchets before dogao can take out those castles, and dogao's advantage of reaching the Imperial Age first has already gone. He's being pushed out across the map, and Viper looking pretty strong here. Capture Ram already upgraded, and now I think dogao's economy really suffering. I think he might be struggling to get out the units he needs. Elite Plumed Archer just being researched though, which is really useful. He's got the upgrade advantage over the Viper right now, but the problem is he doesn't have any rams coming in. He cannot take the advantage of absorbing the arrow fire from the rams that Viper is going to have right here. It does take 200 shots to take down one of these rams, so there's 2, 4, 6, 800 arrows that have got to be sunk into these capped rams in order for dogao to get through them and get to Viper's army, and that's just going to help the Viper out significantly. Arbalest indeed being researched right now. He's got a lot of crossbowmen in his army, and it makes sense to take that upgrade, as that is going to help him out significantly. Arbalests, of course, nice attack, nice HP, and in comparison to Plumed Archers, they're not that far off the mark. They lack a little bit of HP, but they've got extra attack and of course the same range, so it's looking pretty nice for the Viper right now. Trebuchet coming out as well. He might be adding more trebuchets in very shortly. Yep, another trebuchet just coming out, and lots of rams. It's just typical trademark Viper play. I think these guys are going to be upgraded pretty much fully in just a second. He's missing one defensive upgrade, but I think Viper with the units advantage, he's got one more extra ranged unit, but he does have these rams, and that is going to be the deal breaker for him. The rams going to completely change the way this is going to go, because of course the whole time that these Plumed Archers are attacking the rams, they're not attacking the Viper's army, and we can see it already. Viper absolutely gutting these Plumed Archers out, as they're too busy attacking the rams here, and now he's attacking uphill, but it should be okay because the Viper's taking out this castle. But quick reactions from dogao, getting out of mangonel, trying to take down the rams a little bit quicker, but it might just be the case that this castle falls, and if the castle goes down, it's going to be very bad for dogao. He's going to start to lose map control, and again dogao attacking the rams because they're the closest thing. Viper able to clear up, but some nice micro still from dogao, bringing his Plumed Archers forwards, and he might actually be able to do quite a lot of damage to the Viper here. But if the castle goes down, then Viper is going to be able to move forwards, take the high ground, and then start to push dogao back. It's certainly not looking good. It's almost looking like a bit of a repeat of the Regicide Fortresses versus Ming, but nice from him, just managing to hold on over on this side, and again the rams absorbing so much damage, and it looks like dogao has got the Plumed Archer lead. But of course Viper now with the castle lead, 4 castles compared to dogao's 2, and now he's starting to pump out Plumed Archers extremely quickly, and I don't know how long dogao is going to be able to defend against a 4-2 castle lead that the Viper has, plus capped ram. It's going to be challenging for him. Not only that, but if Viper takes this center ground, which it looks like he's starting to do, then dogao is going to be very hard pressed for gold, and he's going to struggle to keep his Plumed Archer production going, and that is going to be really bad for him. I don't want to stress how bad that's going to be, because gold rush, of course, it's so crucial to take the gold in the center. Viper can afford a 5th castle, and it's going to go down, and if that 5th castle goes up even, he's just going to get so far ahead in Plumed Archers that it's just going to be so hard for dogao to come back. He's going to lose, well, he's already lost 1 castle. If he doesn't manage to get a 3rd up, then he's going to be outnumbered so quickly. Not to mention Viper's economy really good right now, 3 town centers compared to dogao's 2, and Viper looks like he's looking pretty strong in this game. This castle about to go down as well. He's starting to attack that with his trebuchets. Looks like the capped rams are going to start coming in, and dogao cleverly adding in some mangonels. They do a lot of damage to the rams, but Viper going to be able to push it, I think. I can't say for sure, because it actually looks like dogao's got the army advantage already, but with this extra castle coming down and already working on taking out dogao's 2nd castle, it's going to be pretty tough for dogao to defend, and it's just not looking so promising, I've got to say. Viper's able to make a lot of elite Plumed Archers from a lot of castles, and if he keeps producing them, they're equal on upgrades, he will eventually just gain that advantage. It's inevitable. But Dogao's castle going to stand for the time being. He's going to keep it up just for now, and he's going to have to put heavy repairs, but again, if he runs out of stone, which is unlikely now, he has 600, but if he does run out of stone, then this castle won't be able to be repaired anymore, and he will not be able to afford another castle, and Dogao resigns. It's GG from him. He knows he won't be able to hold on against the amount of castles that Viper does have. It's just going to be simply too hard for him, and I think players, wow, I didn't even notice this down here. Viper with a little side attack, very nicely done, but I don't think Dogao is so strong with his Mayans play. We've seen him be beaten as Mayans a lot of times here, and he's certainly very strong as Aztecs, but his Mayans is certainly lacking, so I think other players in this league might decide to take Mayans against Dogao here in the future. And that might just be his Achilles heel. But other than that, with a great performance from Dogao in that first game, let it slip a little in the second. Viper brought it back, making this set end in a 1-1 draw. They both gain a point each. Viper goes up to 11. Dogao moves up to second place with 6. But remember, we have still got another 6 games to be played for the week, and it's all to play for. A couple of wins here and there could really solidify a second place position, and of course the Viper taking a draw here, the lead gap is certainly going to be closed in. So thanks for watching, guys. I'm going to be streaming again between 2 and 5 PM as usual. Make sure to tune in for that at twitch.tv/ZeroEmpires, and yeah, there will be links in the description to where you can download the recorded games. There'll be links in the description to where you can see the current standings of the league table. So stay tuned tomorrow, set 2 of the GML for round 5. I've been Zach, and I will see you next time.